Hey guys, welcome to the Hangout with Donna Gets Crafty. Let's go make something.
Hey everybody, so today's video is part of a collab, an open collab put out by Regal Designs by Shoshana. This is Shoshana's YouTube channel, and it is just chock full of all kinds of fall DIYs, farmhouse DIYs, modern farmhouse DIYs, and she offers a bunch of collabs throughout the year. If you are interested in participating in those, you can also check out the playlist below where you can see all of the amazing YouTube crafters that participated in this particular DIY collab that's focusing on fall decor. So don't forget to check out Shoshana's YouTube channel, and you can find her on Instagram as well. So now let's get on to the fall craft for today.
Hey everybody, so today I want to use these $3 Dollar Tree pumpkin signs to create one bigger sign with all three of them. So I hope that this it'll become clearer as we go along. I removed the little 3D pumpkin and sunflower that were on these. I don't remember those being on last year, but it could be that I just wasn't really paying attention last year and they really were on there. I just don't remember. So then I just removed the little stands that they're on. The first two came off fine, but this one is like, yeah, not wanting to give up the ghost. So I just picked up a little X-Acto knife and went ahead and removed that. Then I went ahead and I pulled off the raffia bows. I don't like these raffia bows. I think they're a little cheesy, so I'm just going to pull them off and ditch them. Like I said, I don't really like those. So and I went ahead and pulled off the little burlap overlays that were on there. Okay, so I don't know what's up with Dollar Tree and their love of glitter, but there was so much glitter under these. I don't know if it was even worth pulling off. It was kind of messy. Maybe if I did it again, I would just put a piece of paper over the burlap, the paper cover that I'm going to use. You'll see that in a minute. So I went ahead and scraped off the rest of the glitter. Oh my gosh, there was so much glitter. So now I had this book of scrapbook paper, and you see the back side of this scrapbook paper is white. So some scrapbook paper that you could buy is double-sided, but this wasn't. And you can get these books with a lot of pages in it for like $5 at either Dollar, Hobby Lobby, or Walmart. I just used the little pumpkins to trace around the outside, and then I cut out the shapes, and that's what I'm going to use to put onto my little pumpkins there. So if this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you have returned, thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. I would love to have you subscribe just by clicking the subscribe button, and if you click the bell, then you will be notified of any further future videos that I put up. I try to get them up like once or twice a week. I just use a glue stick to put these on. Mod Podge would work great, but I felt that the paper was thick enough to just use the glue stick, and that worked out great. Now I wanted to cover the little stumps, so I have this really pretty fabric. It is like a country kind of gingham with like a cream color and red, and one is a cream color and blue, and I really like this. I use it in other projects as well, and I just twisted it up at an angle so that the little rough edge would kind of stick through, and wrapped it around the top portion of this particular pumpkin. The top portion. It's not a top portion, it's a stump. Call it what it is, Donna. It's a stump. So use a little hot glue, put it on there. When I got to the top there, I just kind of folded it over to cover just like that little narrow edge of the pumpkin, and that's what we have. I really like the way that looks with the wood background. I did try to center the wood also in different ways. I centered one, I put one off to the side, the wood paper, to give it like a, I don't know, more of a strategic look, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So, all right, so there are my 3 pumpkins. Now I want to take my jute cord, which I'm addicted to jute cord. I love putting it on a whole bunch of different things. And so now I just wanted to put it, how do I explain this? I wanted to put it on the front of the pumpkins. So you'll see as I go along here, it's going to go along the front of the pumpkins, like exactly on the front. How many times can I say the word front in this particular video? Okay, whatever. So I go around the perimeter of the front of these particular little pumpkins, but I also want to go ahead and put it around the edge of the pumpkin. So you'll be able to see how I did that, because I don't like raw edges. I really thought that the raw edge was not going to look good, so I just wanted to go ahead and cover it up with the jute cord. So who out there, are you ready for fall? Fall is so close. I'm holding back on decorating my entire house for another week, simply because I'm still making stuff, number one, and because I don't want to grow tired of my fall decor. I want to have it up and enjoy it and not feel like, oh my gosh, this has been going on since August, let me take this stuff down. So that's my thing. Do you guys have a particular day in mind? Do you decorate early? Do you wait until the first day of fall? Leave me a comment and let me know, because I would love to hear what you guys do. Oh, look, here I am burning off the little edges of the jute card. It's so much fun to do that. Just be careful not to burn down your house or burn your project or set fire to the material that I actually did. I was so happy that I burned it on the side that you can't see. Okay, so I did create some of these printables, not printables, these vinyl clings from using my Cricut. Not everybody has a Cricut, so I'm going to leave a link below to a free printable. You can use that as a guide to draw these little guys or to print them up and cut them out and use them in that way, like on paper, and use Mod Podge instead of an actual vinyl. This is the classic truck that everybody loves. All I'm doing is using the transfer tape, pressing it onto the project there, and it's fun. I love peeling this off, and how the transfer tape doesn't peel off the paper is beyond me, but it doesn't. And there's my cute little truck. So the one side, so that's going to be the center. So now the other side, I printed up these leaves, and I just used a little spatula kind of thing to pull them off without using transfer tape. This worked fine because I just didn't want to have all these little pieces of transfer tape laying to use it. It just would have been a pain in the neck. So I just peeled them off. You have to be very careful if you use your vinyl in that way. Now, one of the fun things that I find about making these vinyl cutouts using the Cricut is weeding. I don't know. I find weeding and pulling out the little centers incredibly therapeutic. I maybe it's me. I don't know. I just like to do it. So I'm hopefully going to have a collection of these words and phrases and images also in my Etsy shop, which is Donna Get Crafty at Etsy. So you'll be able to buy them in a set. So there you can see I put it on the other pumpkin. And now I just took two of the bases, and I'm going to use Waverly white chalk paint to give one coat. I don't mind that the brown shows through a little bit. It looks a little bit rustic. I didn't want it to be too white. It's not really going to show once you see what I do with the base when after the pumpkins are put in there, but I did want to have like a little bit of a white coat on there. I like the rustic look. All right, so I put them in order, and I knew that I wanted the truck in the center, and there you can see I put a little puppy in the back of the car, in the back of the truck. I thought that was so cute. So I did put it on backwards at first, and his little ears were going the wrong way, and I was like, wow, it looks like the truck is driving backwards. So I fixed that and then put some hot glue into the little opening there and placed the pumpkins behind the center pumpkin. That's kind of self-explanatory too. You just want to make sure before you put a whole bunch of glue in there. You can see the end was a little bit covered, so I needed to adjust that a little bit. I put some glue on the back, and part of that is not showing. Sorry about that. I put some glue to hold them together, and then used just these clips that I pick up in the laundry section of Walmart. Actually, you can get a big old bag of them for less than $2. I love them. I use them for everything from closing my chips to crafts to just about lots of different things. Using some glue on the back there. Okay, so I missed part of this particular step that I used. I didn't hit record, and so I just took that grass from the Dollar Tree and put it along the base of the sign, because I want this to be able to stand, but I didn't like the way the stand looked, because it just looked unfinished. So I went ahead and used some hot glue and kind of put it on there, trimmed it up, and I love how this came out. I was so happy with how this particular project came out. I love it. I love it. I just took a little bit more of that gingham fabric that I used, and I went ahead and made, it's not even a bow, it's just like a little twist. I put it on there. I think it kind of finished it off nicely. So there we have it. Now, don't forget to head over to Regal Designs by Shoshana and check out her amazing videos, as well as checking out the link below for all of the other crafters that participated in this particular collab. So there you have my finished product. It's sitting in the corner of my living room. As you know, if you've been here before, or just to let you know, that I am in the middle of redoing our home because we are now an officially empty nest, and so I want to redo everything, including all of my fall stuff. So this is one little corner of my room. If you have any ideas or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell.